the World Cup in Qatar being just a month or so away from the time of recording, I thought it would be appropriate to give you guys my World Cup predictions. How far will England get? How far will the likes of Argentina and Brazil get? Time to find out. Starting off with Group A, we have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Holland. Now, this is an interesting group. I mean, it's between Netherlands and Senegal as to who's going to top this group. Because, let's be honest, Qatar, even though they are the hosts, they're probably going to finish bottom of this group. So, it's all really predicting who's going to finish first and second. No offense to Ecuador, but I think they'll finish third. So, it's between Senegal and Netherlands. Now, Senegal, they won the Africa Cup of Nations, which is Africa's equivalent to the Euros, for those who don't know. And Holland, they're on an unbeaten run, I'm pretty sure, under Louis van Gaal. And I think they do have the better squad overall, on paper at least. So I'm going to go with Netherlands in first, Senegal in second, Ecuador third, and Qatar last. Moving on to Group B, we have England, Iran, USA, and Wales. Now, as an England fan, I have really noticed that Gareth Southgate, where do you want to start? We have such a good squad, but he's holding the squad back in so many ways. And before the World Cup, before all the Nations League games happened, I was confident we would top this group. But after what happened in the Nations League and seeing how bad we played, I'm not as confident, but I still do think we will top this group, because we have to. If we don't top this group, then there's a serious problem. So England top. Well, as for who comes second though, between Iran, America, and Wales. Wales did really well to get to this group stage. They had to go through the playoff system, where they had to beat Scotland and did they play Scotland? I think they played Austria. Yeah, it was Ukraine who played Scotland. Yeah, I think Wales played Austria and Ukraine to get to this final, if memory serves. Well, not the final, but you know what I mean. And yeah, they had to fight really hard to get here. It's their first World Cup in 50 years, I believe. So I'm going to put Wales in second. I'm going to put Iran third and America in fourth. They've got good players at America, but nothing outstanding. Group C now, and this contains Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Now, who's the top of this group? Argentina look pretty dangerous. They're on a really good unbeaten run, nigh on equivalent to what Italy had before recent times. Messi, this is Messi's last World Cup, so you think he'll want to go out with a bang. And I've seen Argentina recently, and the way they play for each other, they'll fight for each other. Even a few weeks ago, Messi got fouled in a friendly, and they all charged towards the guy who fouled him. So that just shows what kind of team they are. So I'm going to go Argentina in first. And now between the Saudi Arabia bottom, by the way, for me. No offence, but they've been put in a group of death here. And as for Poland and Mexico, that's tough, because they both do have good teams. But I think Robert Lewandowski is going to be the decisive factor for Poland. So Poland are going to be in second, Mexico third, and Saudi Arabia in fourth. Group D now, and this consists of France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. Is the World Cup curse going to happen to France? Because the same thing happened to Germany, where they won the 2014 World Cup, but then got knocked out in the group stages in the World Cup in Russia. Then the same thing happened to Spain and Brazil, got knocked out in the group stage after being the tournament, current holders. But for this group, France are going to top it. I don't see a world where France don't top this group. This is a pretty easy group for me. So France, Denmark, Australia, and then Tunisia. I don't know much about Tunisia, who plays for Tunisia. So, I've got to put them bottom. Sorry, Tunisia fans. Group E consists of Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. This is another tough group, especially for the top two spots. Germany, they look alright. They do look alright. I mean, they played England the other week, and it was a pretty weak inside, but they still played quite some decent stuff. And then Spain, under Luis Enrique, they seem pretty decent, but they do struggle with getting goals. So I'm going to put Germany first, Spain second, Japan third, and Costa Rica fourth. Yeah, I think Germany just have the overall better team, and they've got more goals on them than Spain. Group F consists of Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. And again, this is a pretty simple group. Belgium to top it, Croatia second, Canada third, Morocco fourth. Yeah, Belgium, they do have a good team. I mean, they were ranked number one in the world for so long, up until recently, I think, because Brazil are now ranked one in the world, last time I checked. But they still do have a good team, Belgium. I mean, they've got De Bruyne, Lukaku, some very, very good players. Of course, Croatia are going to be there. I mean, they've got Modric, quite a few others as well. But it's not as good as the 2018 team they had, but it's still a good team. Group G, this consists of Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. I mean, we all know who's going to top this, Brazil. But as for who gets in second, that's tough. Serbia have some good players, but so do Switzerland. I'm going to go Serbia, Switzerland's third, and then Cameroon in fourth. Yeah, Serbia, we've got the likes of Milinkovic-Savic, Mitrovic, who's been doing really well in the Premier League for Fulham. Yeah, I reckon they'll just sneak through ahead of Switzerland. And finally, on Group H, and this is a lot of people have said this is the group of death, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Ooh. Yeah, this is a tough one. Because it's Ronaldo up against Suarez, up against Son. Now, that in itself is a mad, mad group. But I think Portugal do have the overall better team. I'm going to go Portugal first. In second, I'm going to go Uruguay. South Korea third, and then Ghana in fourth. Yeah, I think Uruguay will edge South Korea purely because they have Suarez, Darwin Núñez, Federico Valverde, just to name a few. And yeah, that's the group stage complete. Now let's head into the knockout stage. So the round of 16, and the first match is Netherlands against Wales. Now this could be a very interesting game, but I do feel Holland will beat Wales because they've got the better team on paper at least, and Wales, although they've done well in recent tournaments like the Euros back in 2016 where they got the semi-final, I don't think they'll be able to beat the Netherlands. They just look too good under Louis van Gaal. Argentina versus Denmark. Again, this could be another very interesting game, but I'm going to go with Argentina in this one. Yeah, I mean, they're current Copa America winners, and like I've already said before, they fight for each other, they will literally die for each other. But Denmark, don't rule them out, because they do have a good squad, Denmark, and can cause an upset here and there. England versus Senegal. This could be very, very tough for England, purely because of Southgate. And if this game happens in real life, I can guarantee that he'll play like a 5 at the back, just to contain the likes of Mane. This could be a real slip up for England. But I'm going to say the likes of Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane will get England past Senegal, but only just. We're talking like a 2-1, maybe. Very tough game for England. That could honestly go either way. France versus Poland. Again, another very tough game. And this could be a potential slip-up for France as well, because Poland do have some good players. The best one being Robert Lewandowski. But I do think France will be able to just, same with England, just get through Poland. Because France obviously have the likes of Mbappe, Pogba, Dembele, some really good players. Whereas Poland, yes, they do have like the Zielinski, but they are heavily relying on the likes of Lewandowski. So as long as France keep Lewandowski quiet, I think they'll be alright. Germany, Croatia. As much as Croatia have caused upsets to big teams in the past, I do think Germany will beat Croatia. Croatia have lost some of those key players they had during the World Cup in 2018. Mandzukic has retired. Rakitic has retired from international duty. Rakitic and Modric were very key parts of that midfield. And Germany, yes, they're a younger team, but they're still growing strong. They still have likes of Musiala, Gnabry, very good players. So, yeah, Germany will get through Croatia. Whereas Brazil, Uruguay, a South America clash. Well, you just know there'll be tackles flying in left, right and centre here. Oh, but I am going to say Brazil win this. Just because they have the better quality players. Like, if you look at their squad, it's actually insane. It's that insane that the likes of Gabriel Jesus are not getting in the Brazil team. That's how strong Brazil are. They're a real threat. Belgium, Spain. Ooh, this is another tough game for both sides. But I think Kevin De Bruyne is going to be the difference here between the two teams. So Belgium are going to knock out Spain, which brings us on perfectly to the last last knockout stage game between Portugal and Serbia. Now this could be a slip up for Portugal, but I'm going to say that they go through ahead of Serbia, purely because Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, João Cancelo, these types of players, when they're on form, they can be unstoppable. So yeah, that's the round of 16 done. Now we've probably got some very big games in the quarterfinals. Let's find out. And we already start off with an absolute banger. Netherlands against Argentina. Oh, that is an absolute, unbelievable game. If this game happens in real life, it will be unbelievable. But the Messi factor is going to come through again, and Argentina will knock out Netherlands. It's a very tough game, that. It honestly could go either way. It just really depends on if Holland can keep Messi quiet. And of course, it's not just Messi. They have Argentina have the likes of Lautaro Martinez, Di Maria. They can keep them quiet, then Netherlands could go through, but I just don't see it happening. Messi will be determined now more than ever. With it being his last World Cup, he will want to get his hands on that trophy. Germany, Brazil. Oh my god. Would this be a repeat of what happened in Brazil on their home patch when they got beaten 7-1? I don't think that's going to happen again, but it's a very historic tie, this, between two very big heavyweights of football. I'm going to say Brazil get their revenge on Germany. Brazil in Qatar are going to get their revenge on Germany and go through the semi-finals. England versus France. Two teams that haven't been in the greatest of form leading up to the World Cup, but Unfortunately, for me, since I'm an England fan, this is where we get knocked out. France are just too good for us. Their level is considerably higher than ours. Yes, we've got world-class players, but we are under a manager who just likes to play defensive football, and it's just not going to help us here. France are just going to tear us apart. And yep, that's France into the semi-finals. Who will be joining them? Belgium-Portugal is the final quarter-final game. Now, this could be tough. Both teams, it will be a very, very tough game. But Belgium are going to knock out Portugal. De Bruyne is going to show why he is one of, if not the best midfielder in the world. And he's going to carry Belgium into the semi-finals. Now, this could be the hardest game to predict. Argentina versus Brazil. Two nations that are very well known for football. Very well known for football, and they have two very, very good teams. This is so hard to predict. It honestly is. This could go either way. I've said that a lot in this video, but this could honestly go either way. I honestly don't know. I'm going to say Argentina. Purely because Argentina beat Brazil in the Copa America final, and they showed really good spirit to do so, and they just look like an absolute army of Argentines. Don't get me wrong, Brazil are a very, very good team, but they have slipped up in these sort of stages in the past. So I reckon this could be one of those again. And that is Messi and Argentina into the World Cup final. But who will join them? France and Belgium. Oof. Another tough one. But I do think France are going to go back-to-back to get the back-to-back World Cup finals and knock out Belgium, which I'm pretty sure they did on their route to the 2018 World Cup final. Yeah, they did. They beat them in the semis. Yeah. So again, France knock out Belgium in the semi-finals, and they will be playing Argentina in the World Cup final. Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup final, in my opinion, will be contested between Argentina and France. Both countries have won the World Cup twice. France are the current holders of the World Cup. Oh, this could go either way again. But yes, France have Mbappe, Argentina have Messi, but they have many other players. But France have been looking a bit dodgy up until we're coming up to this World Cup. So my Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup winner will be Argentina. Argentina will win the 2022 FIFA World Cup, in my opinion. Messi will become the undisputed GOAT, and he will be top goal scorer in the tournament. I'm predicting it now. Yep, that's all these predictions done. 22% of people also predict Argentina to win the World Cup. So, yeah, a lot of people think they can do it, and I'm another one of them. And yeah, that's these predictions done. If you disagree with any of them, feel free to put your predictions in the description below, and I'll see you for the next video.